Hello, everyone. This is the 3 Degrees Podcast. My name is Randy Stone. So glad you're here. So glad you joined me. It is a great day. It is a great day. They say that with me. Say that with me. It is a great day. It is a great day. This is a great day. This is the day the Lord has made. Let's rejoice. Let's be glad. Let's be glad in it. Let's talk about breakthrough. Let's talk about the anatomy of a breakthrough. How is this? How does it work? How do we experience breakthrough? Is it just something that happens just automatically, or can we have something to do with our breakthroughs? And I think it is a process. Breakthrough is a preparable process. It's a preparable process that we can demonstrate, that we can prove the will of God. So number one in a breakthrough is discovering, and I think it's discovering your vision. It may not be what you think, but it may be something you have to really search and discover. What is your vision? Discover your vision. Number two is to be honest with yourself. Be honest, face reality. What are your limiting beliefs? What do you have to grow? What do we have to get over? Number three is we want to add value to other people. We want to add value to our places of work. We want to add value to the place we live. We want to add value to our community. How are we adding value? All these constitute a breakthrough. We want to learn how to navigate tough times because they will happen. Tough times will happen. We don't bail out just because something tough happened. If we're committed to our vision, we will see those things through. Number five, we want to eliminate distractions. Distractions hold us back. Distractions delay breakthrough. And when we put these things together, breakthrough is where preparation meets opportunity. Breakthrough is where preparation meets opportunity. So let's take a look at this. Number one, what is your vision? Discover your vision. What is your guiding star? What's your guiding light? What motivates you even when your path seems uncertain? What cause or what purpose are you willing to lay your life down for? What really matters? If we look at the life of Mother Teresa, she laid her life down for the poor. She was all in. When we create vision, we must be all in, because we're going to have to demonstrate or prove that vision. And if we're not all in, we have already quit before we even started. We will be looking for a way to give up and cave in even before we start. So we must be all in. We must make a decision. This is what I'm laying my life down for. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to discover my vision. Whether there's no vision, the people perish, right? I'm going to discover this vision. Now, my personal day job is to help people transform their lives. And I've walked with tens of thousands of people over the last 20 years and helped them transform their life. And there's a particular thing about vision, a particular aspect about vision that is so powerful. And that is perspective. What is your perspective? How, not what, but how do you see the things around you? So if you take your finger and you look up at it, and we go around and around like this, go clockwise, just put your finger around and then bring it down. And then bring it down and then look at it when it's below you. What happens? It starts to go counterclockwise. What happened? Our perspective changes. When your perspective changes, it changes everything. So we know about goals. We know about writing things down. We know about how when you write it down, it imprints it in your mind. We know about staying committed. We have to get on this. But this key element that's often overlooked is our perspective. How, once again, how you see it is equally as important as what you see. How you see it, what different angles and aspects can you see this vision? Can you see the not the dark side, but can you see the negatives in your vision? Can you see the positives in your vision? Can you get a full picture? Can you discover what is in front of you? What are you aware of? See, there's so many things that are in front of us, yet we're unaware. You know, there's a story of an American golfer. He goes to the Middle East. He builds a golf course, and they pay him a ton of money. And at the end, they said, "We want to give you a gift. We want to give you a gift." And he says, "You've paid me a ton of money. We built this 18-hole golf course. Everything is great." But they insisted on giving him a gift. And so he says, "Fine, give me a golf club." And he goes home. It's months and months later. Someone comes to his door. He says, "Hey, they knock on the door. Your golf club is ready. Let us take you to it." Now, he's thinking putter. They were thinking club, golf, 18 holes, clubhouse, pools, everything. They were thinking that is the way God thinks. He is thinking golf club, not putter. If we are thinking putter, we're going to get distracted. We're going to quit. We're going to give up. See, plans rarely work out as we expect them. We must learn to be adaptable. It doesn't matter if you lose some of the battles. If we lose some of the battles, it does not matter as long as we win the war. We don't want to be distracted by noise. Noise leads to nowhere. Noise, things that don't matter. We want to stay focused on our purpose. Stay focused on what God has called us to do. So that means we must be certain of what He's called us to do. That means we must discover that within Him. Now, with that in mind, we have to have musts. A must. All the resources we need are right in front of us. Everything you need is right in front of you. But are there musts in your life? Are there musts that you have to have, that you cannot live without? I must have this. I must do this. What are those things? Because that's where your vision is going to be. If we're going to create a clear vision, we must have the perspective. We must be able to look at the whole thing, the whole picture, and see the whole picture before we get started. So we know there's going to be adversity. We know there's going to be things that are not filled in, but we must do this. This must come to pass. In my personal life, I must help and disciple people. I must do that. And I wake up every day. That is what I do. I must do it. So we discover our vision. Now, number 2 is you must be honest with yourself. Now, we know the quickest way to change is to face reality, to look at things as they are, not better, not worse, just the facts. Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. Gather all the facts we can about the vision. Take an inventory of what you hear. What you hear determines your thoughts, determines what you do, determines your habits, determines your destiny. Once again, take an inventory of what you hear. What you hear determines your thoughts, determines what you do, determines what your habits are, and your destiny. Identify limiting beliefs. Identify limiting beliefs that are thoughts that we act on that do not serve our purpose. Limiting beliefs are thoughts we act on that do not serve our purpose. For example, You may have been told you're not worthwhile. You may have been told that you can't do something. You may have been told something and believe that. And so instead of stepping out, you will allow that limiting to belief to put a ceiling on your life. Now, these stem from personal issues, personal traumas, things that weigh you down. This is the number one reason for underachievement is traumas, voices from the past, baggage. Someone told you you're worthless. The things that come to mind. These limiting beliefs will literally weigh you down that you cannot rise up. The Bible tells us in Hebrews that we should lay aside every weight and sin that besets us. Lay those aside. Change what you're listening to. Change what you're listening to. Only listen to things that uplift you. And what will happen as we listen to something else, it will drive out those limiting beliefs. You'll start to have hope and you'll see something you couldn't see before. Now, along with this, ask your friends, ask your wife, ask your husband. Don't ask your dog because he thinks you're great. This is called positioning. This is how you position yourself and find out where you are. See, if you start any journey, you must know where you are. So seeing things as they actually are, being honest with yourself is how you get started. Now, there are unresolved areas of our character that cause delay and interruption in our plans and success. We will never find them. We'll never run into a person that has not overcome, and if they do reach a level of success without first dealing with these situations, dealing with these traumas, they'll usually self-destruct or they'll self-sabotage and go back down to where they believe. You know, the motivational teacher, John Maxwell, a Christian motivational guy, he says people only operate consistent of how they actually see themselves. So if we are going to attain to more, we must resolve areas in our character that are causing delay. Areas in our character. We must process buried fears and traumas. It's huge. It may be the biggest thing that holds the biggest thing that holds people down is unprocessed fears and traumas. It's nothing wrong with the method, nothing wrong with the purpose, nothing wrong with how we're doing things on the outside, but it's unprocessed fears and traumas on the inside that are causing the delay and causing the success not to come in our lives. Anxiety is nothing more than the body sounding an alarm. Anxiety is nothing more than the body sounding an alarm to get off the treadmill, to do something different. I'm talking about being honest with yourself. Now, there are many people, my father included, he suffered from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And PTSD claims the negative and gives you a paralyzing condition. It's full of fear and anxiety and they can't do it. But PTSD claims the positive example of trauma. And it gives you growth. So it stands for post-traumatic stress growth. We want PTSD. For example, because you have a trauma or because something happened and you're still here, you are resilient. So post-traumatic stress says you're worthless or not worthwhile, but post-traumatic growth says you are resilient. You are amazing. You have an appreciation for life. You are mindful. You have gratitude. You are self-aware. You have compassion for others. Now, trauma can be a deep footing. These traumas can be a deep footing that allows you to soar to heights you never thought possible. But we must choose post-traumatic growth instead of post-traumatic disorder is that a word? Chaos. We don't want chaos. We want growth. We want to claim those good things. We want to hear those good things. We must learn to take responsibility for events in our lives that were not our fault. Even if it wasn't your fault, you still have to take responsibility for that. And this is all tied into being honest with yourself. Now, number 3, we want to add value to other people. We want to create value for and to other people. Your gifts and your talents complete the picture for others. Your talents complete the picture for others. Opportunities are discovered by giving in the form of work. Value, not only not only the way you see it, but how the other person will receive it. We must have a discerning heart. Now, Zig Ziglar used to say, if you help enough other people get what they want, you'll eventually get what you want in life. So that means we need to make other people look good. We need to add value. And what happens in the process is you are off your mind. You are using the gifts and talents to create opportunities for others. But then, what if they use me? What if I don't get the credit? Count on it. It doesn't matter. You will learn not to be dependent on others for your opportunities. You will learn not to be dependent on others for your opportunities. So instead of trying to get something from someone, you will always concentrate on giving, which is really the only thing you can control. And how to create opportunities for yourself is by giving, by what you share. Opportunity puzzles always come out with a missing piece. Opportunities need your gifts to complete it. You have the missing puzzle pieces for opportunity. And we need to put them in there. We need to develop a give to attitude instead of a get from attitude. If we're going to give to other people, not get from. So how can I, when you see somebody, when you meet somebody, how can I make their life better? What burden can I take off of them? How can I forget about myself and carry another person's burden? Now, number 4 is navigating tough times. Adversity is inevitable. Pressure creates diamonds out of coal. If your vision is worthwhile, there will be plenty of obstacles. They are always there. When we're full of hope, we're not focused on the obstacle. We're focused on the object of our hope or what we want to come to pass. Pressure causes change. Answers are found in the pressure. When there's no pressure to change, there's no change. The answers are found in the pressure. We want pressure. We want that because no pressure, no change, right? Because when we live in comfort, you can stay where you are. You can reach a level of comfort and assurance and be assured that you don't have to change or grow. But comfort is the antithesis of success. The definition of complacency is showing a smug or uncritical satisfaction with oneself or one's achievements. Complacency is the feeling of being comfortable and confident while also being unaware of the hazards and risks. We do not want to be complacent. Comfort causes complacency. We want to be striving. Comfortable people are complacent. They are not hungry. They don't discipline themselves. And here's the thing. You will have to pay now or you will pay later. If you don't pay and you don't pay attention to your finances now, you'll pay later. If you don't pay attention to your health, you will pay later. See, this adversity that we're going through builds our character so that we can handle the success that we want. The adversity builds our character so that we can handle the success that we so desperately want in life. It lets us know that we're making progress. Are tough times emotional responses or reality? Or are they attacks? Or are they... What happens in tough times? Is someone that comes against me, are they my enemy? They're not our enemy. The enemies will actually be honest with us. They will tell us the things that other people won't. The people that we love us, they often won't be honest, but people who attack us, people that cause us to be angry or whatever, they are causing us to grow. They're causing us to search God. See, when someone else can come in between you and the Lord, it is a sign. It's a sign that says you are not right with God. You need to search God even more. It is something that builds the fortitude and it builds you up. So you don't have to strike back out at anyone. You don't have to blame somebody else for your misfortune, even if they're doing it on purpose. We don't have to be dependent on, we can live free as Christians. We can live free from other people's opinion. Dignity is nothing unless you earn it, unless you're willing to pay the price for it. Tough times build dignity. Tough times will build you up. It'll tell you what you actually stand for, not just what you believe or just you singing kumbaya on the good times. When people come against you, when situations don't work out, when you have to start all over again, when you didn't think you needed to, when something happens that's not your fault, it builds your character so that when you do reach your success, when you do reach the goal, you're able to sustain and maintain that. Number 5, eliminate distractions. Eliminate distractions. We gain by subtracting. I know that sounds strange. We gain by subtracting. So let's eliminate distractions or noise. Now, noise is the peripheral. It is the things that happen that don't belong in the picture. Maybe things you keep hidden, things that we keep around, but they're not really part of our purpose. They're not really with what we're doing. When we clearly understand our vision, when we clearly know, if we were to take our hand and look down here, and if I can see something on the side, I can see something over here, and if it doesn't line up with what I want, it is a distraction. It's a distraction, and it needs to be dealt with. Either make that part of your vision or get rid of it completely. It's things that don't belong there. When we clearly understand our vision, it will be easy to tell what doesn't belong. Your vision is a fixed point. It's something you always keep, no matter where you are. You will just stay focused on that one thing. See, mature people have learned to regulate their thoughts and emotions. They have learned that by subtracting, they refine and gain. Mature people have learned to regulate their thoughts and emotions, so they have learned that by subtracting, they refine and they gain. Someone asked Michelangelo how he made the masterpiece, the David. He simply said, I just took away or removed everything that didn't look like the David. I just removed everything that didn't look like the statue, the David. I just took it all out. So we take those things out, and then we gain or we hold something more beautiful. Being emotional mature will pay dividends in your growth and development. If you've not completed step 2 in resolving the issues and looking at things and finding out where you actually are and being honest with yourself, you will always be distracted. You'll be easily distracted. Character defects. If we haven't dealt with our character defects, we haven't dealt with our insecurities, we will be distracted. We'll want to remain comfortable. There's no way we're going to take on new problems and issues. See, healthy people take on problems and issues. Healthy people want challenges. Healthy people want breakthrough, and you prepare through breakthrough. So breakthrough is where preparation meets the opportunity. When does the opportunity come? When you have been prepared. When we are fully prepared, we can seize the opportunities that God put in front of us. Sometimes we can't even see the opportunity because we are so unprepared. We'll get offended. We'll get distracted. It'll be so easy. A tough time doesn't even have to happen. We'll just get distracted anyway. Again, this is all about breakthrough. Breakthrough is a preparable process. It's a preparable process. It's something you can do. And it is number 1, discover your vision. Discover your vision. What has God got for you? Spend some time in prayer. Spend some time with Him. Let Him teach you, show you your vision. It is being honest. Number 2, be honest with yourself. Deal with traumas. Deal with issues. Deal with character defects that are holding you back, that don't allow you to add value to other people. It is navigating tough times, knowing that it's going to be there. Knowing tough times will only build your grit, that they will build your dignity. And get rid of the distractions. If it doesn't have something to do with what you want, then it is time to get rid of it or deal with it or make it part of the vision. Breakthrough is where preparation meets opportunity. Where preparation meets opportunity. Now, if you have come this far, thank you. Thank you so much for waiting this long. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hit the like, subscribe, make a comment. Make a comment. I'd sure appreciate that. This is the 3 Degrees Podcast. My name is Randy Stone. So glad you're here. God bless. Till next time.